I'm trapped in a nightmare I can't wake up from. And honestly, I have no idea what to do. Let me start from the beginning. 6 years ago, my neighbor Chris, everyone called him Christopher, suffered a loss no parent should endure. His 12-year-old son vanished without a trace. The police were involved. News stations ran the story. Flyers were plastered across town. My wife and I felt sick about it and did whatever we could to support them. But as time passed, and no sign of their son surfaced, we all had to silently accept what nobody wanted to say out loud. My wife and I never asked if they ever found a body. Occasionally, Chris and his wife, Zoe, would invite us over for summer barbecues. But something had changed. They weren't the same people anymore. Zoe became withdrawn, almost ghost-like, and Chris always seemed jittery, like he was expecting something terrible to happen at any moment. Fast forward to last week. I was outside taking out the garbage when Chris approached me, his voice low and hurried. He asked to borrow a shovel. Without hesitation, I grabbed my best one from the shed. I didn't ask why he needed it. He muttered a quick thanks, said something about working in his backyard, and disappeared behind his fence. His behavior was odd. From my upstairs window, I had a clear view of his backyard. What I saw made my stomach tighten. He was digging a deep hole, bigger than what you'd need for a garden or anything innocent. He was struggling, too. He's in his mid-60s, after all. I figured I'd grab my spare shovel and offer to help. But when I entered his backyard and called out, he froze. His face twisted in panic as he dropped my shovel and rushed toward me. "No, it's fine, Ben. Just leave." His reaction was strange, almost desperate. "What's the matter with you? It's just a hole." That's when he said something that sent chills through me. "I will not allow you to use that shovel in my yard." His voice was firm, unyielding. He pointed to the gate like I was some stray dog he wanted gone. I left without another word, but once I was back inside, curiosity got the best of me. I kept watch from my window. He continued digging for another half hour. Then he stopped and looked around, scanning the neighboring houses. His eyes landed on mine. I stepped away quickly, pretending I hadn't been watching. But I knew something was seriously wrong. And I needed to find out what. That night, I kept glancing out the window. He wasn't digging anymore. But I was certain he'd wait until dark. And I was right. At exactly 1:30 a.m., I woke up to the unmistakable sound of a shovel breaking into the dirt. My heart pounded as I crept outside, peering over the fence. The moonlight revealed Chris, still at it, now sweat-drenched and frantic. But when he went inside, I knew this was my only chance. I climbed over the fence and tiptoed toward the hole. Something black protruded from the dirt at the bottom, a garbage bag. My breath hitched. I looked at his back door, then at the hole. 3 times, I debated whether I should look inside. In the end, I ran. And it's a damn good thing I did. Chris came back out just seconds later. But instead of continuing to dig, he vanished behind his house. I barely made it inside before my legs gave out from under me. The next morning, my first instinct was to check the backyard. The hole? Completely patched up. As if it had never been there. But his SUV was gone. Parked on the street instead of the driveway. My stomach twisted at the thought, was that his son's body buried all these years? And had he just moved it? Call me paranoid, call me crazy. But I haven't told a soul, not even my wife. And now, Chris is avoiding me. He won't even look my way. And then, something happened yesterday. I caught him standing in his window, staring into mine. When he realized I saw him, he shut the blinds. I have no idea what to do. But I do know one thing. I'm horrified.